What's up, guys? It's Embrace Your Geek Day, and I'm embracing my inner geek, coming to the world famous A&M comic book store here in Miami.
We're Florida's oldest comic book store and one of the top 3 in the nation.
Yeah, so I just want to know, like, how'd you get into this comic book thing? Like, what's your story? Like,
I've been coming to the store since I was 8.
oh wow.
So, at 16, I asked for a
You're
job.
excited.
Like, I used to collect comics because of the art and stuff like that, or the character because Wolverine was a badass.
Yeah.
But then you realize storylines are so good, and I became a fan of Batman and Daredevil because basically they're normal people. Daredevil has a little bit of a nuclear thing on his eyes that it gives him the sonar so you can see, but they're not real superheroes.
But like, it's like you don't have to be superhuman to be superhuman.
To be a superhero, yeah. As a kid, you think superheroes, oh, it has to have a power or whatever, but then you realize that pretty much anybody can be a superhero, and they did that a lot when 9/11 happened. They showed that the real heroes are cops and firemen and emergency response people, because those were the heroes on that day. You didn't see a Superman or anything because they don't exist, but those people do exist, and those are our heroes.
I'm missing the best one. There's Michelangelo.
The stories are very good. You'd be surprised how a writer or a fan of whoever character, let's say a character that you really wouldn't like Ghost Rider. Nicolas Cage is a Ghost Rider fan, and that's why the movie was a little bit better. There's actually a basis, an understanding of the character and how the character is supposed to react and stuff like that. It's like the Superman movie that just came out. The Superman movie is very good, but if you're a Superman fan, the ending, he would have never done that.
Right.
Superman is the epitome of a Boy Scout. He is a god that can do whatever he wants, but because of his human upbringing, he knows compassion, he knows stuff like that. He doesn't abuse his power. And it's not saying that he abused his power in killing this guy, but he would have never done that. He would have seen another way or trapped him or something like that. So, but it's very interesting how throughout the years, both Marvel and DC have gotten more adult with their storytelling. Sandman is actually a comic book that won, I think it was the Edgar Allan Poe Award for Literary. The judges were so put off that a comic book won it that they changed the rules so a comic can never win it again. Sandman is actually a really good story, even though it has nothing to do with superheroes. It's more of like the immortal entities that we as people have every day. Like, death is a constant, dreaming is a constant, desire, destiny, destruction, despair. It's very introspective, and now people that are current Hollywood writers and stuff like that are actually getting into writing comics. Real writers are getting into writing comics. Real artists are getting into drawing the comics, because every page that you see of a drawn comic is actually drawn by hand.
My comic books from when I was a kid.
Okay.
Well, we can check some of those out.
This is an Amazing Spider-Man annual. This is the 28th annual that came out. And this is a special edition. They did this a lot in the 90s, where they would put hologram covers. These would be $10 books in pristine condition.
It's good to know, man.
So, the whole industry has been getting a lift because of the movies also.
Right,
that's
like
one thing.
Essentially, everybody's a comic book fan now, whether you know it or not.
Now, comics is an American art form. And it's one of the few things that we have to offer the world besides jazz, basically. Comics and superheroes are basically gonna become, if not already, part of the American zeitgeist. And I feel very privileged to be able to do something that I love so much.